Today we are going to learn A-buffer method. This is the extension of Z-buffer method. But drawback in the Z-buffer method is, for example, this is the image and there is some transparent object is also on that image. So how we can draw these two? Because in Z-buffer method, on particular pixel you find the intensity, and according to that you color it. So Z-buffer method is not good for transparent objects. So we are using A-buffer method. So A-buffer method represents an anti-aliased area average accumulation buffer method and developed by Lucasfilm for implementation in the surface rendering system called RACE. And where RACE is stand for renders everything you ever saw. So whatever you see, you render it. So Z-buffer deals with opaque surfaces, not good for transparent surfaces. So we use A-buffer. A-buffer method expand depth buffer so that each position in the buffer can reference a linked list surface. Thus, more than one surface intensity can be taken into consideration to each pixel, and object edges can be anti-aliased. So, if there is some edges on the objects, for example, there are two seats are there, and there is some sharpener edges there. So we smooth it. So anti-alias is the method through smooth on particular place. So each position in A-buffer method has two fields, depth field and intensity field. In the Z-buffer method, in the algorithm, we had used only depth. So now we are going to use two fields, depth and intensity. So depth value can be positive or negative real number, and intensity field store the surface intensity on particular position. For example, this is background which is opaque surface, and this is foreground which is transparent surface. So in A-buffer method you use D value if D is greater than 0, and its mean the number of surfaces are 1. There is one single surface and you want to draw it. For example, in this example, this place, if I want to draw something, it means D is greater than 0 and this intensity will be considered. But if you want to draw in this place which is transparent, this is transparent object, so which is transparent, you are going to consider the intensity of the pixel of this transparent object as well as this is opaque object. So for D is greater than 0, it means single surface you have to consider, and intensity, for example, 1. If D is less than 0, it means multiple surfaces are there, and intensity will be considered surface 1 value, and next if two object is here, then two linked list connected. If more than two objects are there, we connect it. And this surface data for each surface in linked list include RGB, red, green and blue intensity component, and opacity parameter, depth, percentage of surface area that you want to cover, and pointer to next parameter. So if depth is less than 0, it means multiple surface are going to draw in particular pixel. So that intensity will be considered. So this is a buffer method, which is extension of Z buffer method. Thank you.